Welcome back to Let's Play Breath of Fire 3. We are returning back into this weird laboratory kind of thing that we found beneath the Chrysler crop plant place. And I had to cut this episode down a bit. So that's why I had the whole last episode, which was like maybe 11 or 12 minutes or something like that, removed from this one. And this one's still going to be pretty long itself, nearing 30 minutes, I believe. And even then, I'm going to be removing most of the battles and all that kind of stuff. It's going to be a long one, so just stick with it. Okay, up here we have, apparently, nothing. Isn't that a pain in the ass? Of course, it's not really nothing, is it? It's more like a... I don't know if there was supposed to be something up there or not. Now, over in this room, we're going to find something special. Computers. With only 12 keys. You're going to have to get Momo to... No, you're going to need Momo to work it. Gee, you think? How is using your first name a secure password? Why don't you try guessing this password? Why didn't you find a hint? Why don't you just guess this one? Anyway, it's the worst password I'd ever seen. But that's how this is going to end up working. This dungeon is going to end up working. You go and find hints to the password, and you go back there and you unlock further doors. Sort of like, kind of like the old game Doom, where you had to find keys and then travel back to where you were before and unlock new doors so you can get to new areas. Okay, occasionally we're going to see these other kinds of doors where it has a separate computer terminal standing next to it. And you're going to have to input the password or have Momo input the password at these separate terminals. But when you get the password, you're going to have to travel back to the main computer room and input the password there. Chrysler puts off radiation. That just seems dangerous, doesn't it? Why are you people screwing around with this stuff? Okay, this onion here you're gonna have to find. Ripsol. Okay, apparently that's a password. So let's head back. I'm going to cut out the part about heading back. So you gotta put it in the main monitor. I'm gonna cut back to the computer room so we don't have to watch me running back there. And boom, it worked. Another first name used as a password. Okay, go through this back room. We don't need to do this now, I just want to show you this. There are a couple of beds here that you can rest. And if you head through the door in the back, you're going to run into an area that we're eventually going to need to do, even though we don't need to do it now. If you're running through this area yourself, just remember that that door is back there. Now let's go find that next password. And believe me, this next one is going to be even dumber than the two that we found so far. I mean, honestly, was he not expecting anybody to be able to find these damn passwords out? Especially since he left clues all over the place. It was terrible. And not so much clues as actually have them written down on things like onions. I mean, it's terrible. Now this door, you can't get through yet until you go here and activate this terminal here. And bam, there it goes. The only thing in here though is the silver mail. Let's see if anybody can use this. Well, they can all use it. Unfortunately, it lowers the armor too much for Ryu to use it. And we're also going to want magma armor to be on at least one of the characters. I'll give it to Momo. You want the magma armor to be on at least one of your characters because the boss of this area is going to throw fire attacks at you. So just remember that if you have magma armor, you're not always going to have it. But if you do, use it. I went down there for no reason, so I cut that out. Now let's exit out of this area and go back in through the other door. Because the other door... Here we go. Run up here, flip the switch. This episode was on nearly 40 minutes on its own. Not counting the crap that I had cut out of it. Here we go. Number 3, we're going to have to find number 3. It was almost 40 minutes on its own, counting the stuff that I'd cut out of it. But when you include like the battles and stuff that I didn't even bother recording, and the fact that I spent much longer on the bosses than I should have because I was trying to steal items from them. Oh, I must have spent an hour and a half in this damn dungeon. This conveyor will lead you back up to the computer room. We're not going to be taking that yet, though. As you'll notice, there are also zombie birds or doctors or whatever the hell these guys are supposed to be. Not going to be very hard. See that note down there? We're gonna have to go get that. Project AA. Maybe it's the password? Yes, it is the password. That's right. The password is AA. No spaces even. Just AA. Are you freaking kidding me? It's like... ugh. Almost like this guy has a substance abuse problem and he just... oh, look at this. Make sure you get this. The Force gene. Now this is one of my favorite genes to use, because not only does it mix well with others, but also used on its own, it is incredibly useful. First battle I get into, I'm going to show you what it does. It should be right out here. There we go. Against a completely unworthy enemy. Force gene will be all the way into the end. What it does is it increases your attack power. Makes Ryu into a warrior very strong, but also very fast. He will probably be faster than Ri at this point in the game, if you use warrior. See, look at that, first choice. And the attack power is quite high. Not an extremely high defense, but, you know, good enough. Let's head up to that computer room. Follow this path, and it becomes much shorter. It's a bit of a shortcut. Get this treasure chest. Sleep shells. That is a Momo weapon. The first weapon for Momo that really is worth replacing the ammo weapon permanently. It also puts enemies to sleep, or has a chance to when she hits them. Of course, Momo doesn't have the greatest accuracy out there, so she tends to miss a lot. Well, let's go type in AA on terminal number 3. And did it work? And it did! The worst password ever. Alcoholics Anonymous. How the hell would you come to that conclusion? Oh yeah, I'm sure he'll be willing to answer your questions. So many battles. Jeez, they just keep happening. And here comes another one. Just drives me out of my mind. Okay, now through door number 3, we're gonna find a room full of these weird... Hell, I don't know what these things are. Pressure readings or something? Read all of them. And if you can, try to remember them. Because remembering them, not only the number on the readout, but also the number of the unit, because it's kind of important. But if you don't sweat it. No one really cares. What in the hell? Oh, I doubt anything's happening inside. Whoa. Looking at the roof. Okay. Here is the boss battle, or a boss battle. There are actually 2 boss battles in this dungeon. Pretty cool, huh? Now this is just the easier of the 2. But this battle's actually going to take a little while, so speed, go down to speed. Ah, there we go, first try. Usually stealing items from bosses. Oh, it takes forever. You have to try over and over and over again. Drives you out of your damn mind. That's the one thing this boss will do that'll be a pain in the ass. It will slow your characters down. First, gonna go in the Were Tiger. something Momo has done, even though Momo has a high attack power, and she has some decent healing abilities, she is mostly just like a assist character. Make sure you use influence so Were-Tiger doesn't go wild and attack the wrong people. If in the event that you're gonna take Ree into a dungeon and you have the skill inks to spare, I would recommend putting influence, the spell I use to make sure Ree doesn't attack the wrong people, on that character. Like Momo should have it right now. In the ideal situation, Momo should have been the one to use influence, because when Ryu goes and turns into a dragon, which you're probably going to do during a boss battle, it sometimes breaks the influence. And look at that, Ryu went and took out Momo instead of attacking the huge slug. Obviously, not fun. Here's one of the spells of the warrior. Misses. 499, that's a lot of damage. Unfortunately, uses up a little bit too much AP, not really worth using a lot. Oh, jeez. Notice the only thing that Were-Tiger Ree has hit was Momo. Every time he attacked the huge slug, he missed. I think that's because of a little bit of a bug in the game. There are way too many misses that happen in this battle. And there's something that occasionally happens during this game, you just miss a lot. For no good reason. So look at that, there's no reason why that should be happening. Oh, you jackass. I should hit you instead. Huh, well, that problem solved. Now you can actually raise Ryu's attack power while he's in this dragon form. But I'm probably going to wait until he gets taken down before I do it. Remember that I played this game before I recorded it. Wow, that didn't make any sense. I recorded me playing this game before I record the commentary track. There, that clears that up. Gets knocked out of dragon form, just go right back into it. As long as you have the AP, you can always do that. This is not the boss that is going to use the fire attacks that I was talking about. Later on the boss, that's the one that uses the fire attacks. So don't go into this fight thinking you're going to be immune to some of its attacks. Okay, apparently I was never going to use Focus, the ability which raises Ryu's attack power. Oh, it just keeps missing. This missing is horrible. I mean, really. Again. Misses again. Can you believe this? This is... Oh, jeez. Well, the fight's over. But drove me nuts. And I did not want Ryu to get all the experience points for that battle. Although it is a nice level that he gained. Now, what reward? Is Ryu thinking there? Now, what reward did we get for winning that battle? Absolutely nothing. There's no treasure chests in here, no doors to walk through, nothing. Not a damn thing. All we can really do is go up here, walk past the door. Okay, you'll notice now, because Ryu is such a high level compared to Ri. They actually have the same speed. But since Ryu is first in the line, the battle lineup, since Ryu is first for battle lineup, he is going to attack first. Okay, now we have all the gauges. Now why we can't just climb over that little ledge, I don't know, because that takes us where we need to go. It's maddening, it really is. Chalk it up to old RPG level design. Reading these numbers again just so make sure that I have them. Now there is something else that's going on here. Wrong door. Okay, door number 3. Remember, you gotta activate the terminal. Now, what's in this room? Not a damn thing. I do not understand what this room is here for. So, I don't know if you even have a purpose for entering it. But, oh, it just drives you nuts. Drives you out of your damn mind. Now, go this way. Up here. No, not that way. This way. It's not absolutely necessary that you do this, but it drops another hint for the password, because the information that we got from those readers and that thing, that book, not correct. Unit number 3, you have to increase its number by 10. Can you believe that? They gave us misinformation. Had I gone there and started using those numbers to run the counter and enter the password, I would have gone out of my mind because it wouldn't have worked. Now we have the correct information. So let's head back to that computer room and enter the password. Which is apparently only going to be it's only going to be 5 numbers. Here we go. Go down here and choose this one. That's the right password. And of course it works. Okay, I'm gonna go back here and hit the bed. Okay, after you sleep, you should come back here, and I think you have to input the password again. Momo will do it automatically. But make sure you go back to the terminal and do that, because I think the door will lock if you take up too much time. Now this door is unlocked. Pass through, and look what room it puts us in. This one. As maddening as that seems, all that work did was put us in this room here. And that little platform, maybe 4 feet high, is all that was preventing us from just hopping up on the side and going through here. Can you believe that? Horrible. Drives you insane. Okay, down here we will find our Professor Plait, I guess is his name. He's out of his damn mind. Oh no, dude, don't drink that. Oh. Oh, fungus grew out of his foot. It's the craziest case of athlete's foot I've ever seen. Okay, Shroom, this is the actual boss of this dungeon, and this is the one that will throw fire attacks at you. Now, something that particularly drove me crazy during this battle was I spent about 10 minutes trying to steal an item off of him using Pilfer. The reason why I did that is because I've read anyway that the item you can steal off of Shroom is a wisdom ring, which lowers the amount of AP used by spells by like 25% or something like that. So it seemed like something useful again. But Shroom wasn't having it. No matter how many times I went and used Pilfer on this bastard, I just couldn't get it. See, couldn't steal. So I've decided, oh, here's the fire attack. But I've cut this out anyway. I've decided to just say the hell with it and cut all of that crap out. And we are just going to continue on and fight him without that. Because I couldn't get it, drove me out of my damn mind. So let's go where Tiger and take this creepy mushroom-headed bastard out. He's firing little brains at you. Remember to influence. Nice damage. Usually Ree will, in rare tiger form, attack the enemy for the first like 3 or so attacks. Then beyond that, he may just attack randomly. And here I go again, jumping back in the dragon form too quickly. And of course, we are going to lose the influence, and Ree will go and attack whatever the hell he damn well feels like. Oh, okay, maybe not that time. Regardless of whether you go into dragon form or not, if the battle goes on long enough, influence will eventually wear off. So you're going to have to reapply it a couple of times. There we go, focus. That is the spell that increases Ryu's attack power while he is in warrior form. Just pissing him off. results. That damn near doubled his attack power. Something I would recommend using for bosses. Of course, Were Tiger went and hit Ryu for a fair amount of attack. A fair amount of damage. So I'm actually going to heal him. Oh, look how much damage. It's awesome. Oh, you bastard. Okay, let's just beat his brains in. Because apparently they shut him. Actually use Blitz. And it's over. Not a bad level. Gained that one agility point to put him over top of Ryu in terms of speed again. Sounds terrible. He's gonna turn into a madman, I guess. Not have the option of not shutting it off. You will not be able to leave the room until you shut this thing off. Now that's done, let's shut this off and then get the hell out of here. Okay, despite her crisis over everything, Momo's decided to follow us around, so she's rejoined as a permanent character. And I'm going to end the episode here. Nearly 38 minutes. Kind of a long one. So I appreciate you sticking around to the entire thing. And if you skipped around through it, then screw you. Just kidding, I still love you.